I'll be there in 5 minutes. Hello. Or 2 minutes, yeah. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna do some drawing now. Hello, everyone. Hopefully everything's scratchy and all choppy. Is it? Let's find out. All right. Is everything good? The footage look all right? It's not all choppy and stuff. Okay, so how are you guys doing, everyone? Welcome. If you guys like, I got a shill always at the start of the video. You guys check out Under God Volume 1 and 2 at angelsoftherenaissance.com. Thank you. Thank you. All right, good. So, yes, you can get physical copies and digital as well. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Thank you. Thank you. All right, we got to do some drawing. Getting everything together. Just I always take the first few minutes to kind of get like things warmed up. So right now I'm about to go ahead and start drawing. Draw away. Let's get to this. Oops. See, everyone's working on their own thing. That's cool. First thing I'm going to do is put in my word bubbles. What is new with everyone? I might be a bit behind on this stream while chatting because my internet's kind of bad. That's fine. Fine. I'll be here working away, but I'll keep on my end and keep going until the time is up. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff drawn out. It's been kind of a long day today because I've been pretty much focusing on getting everything completed. So it's just me in work mode. You know how it be sometimes. There. So this is one parts I do. It makes so much things go by so much faster. I was drawing the bubbles first. Yeah, I'm sure it is. There. I'll let that dry a bit. Alright, and just start drawing right away. Screw it. Okay, we'll let this dry for a second. Jump to the next page. But I'm here early today. Got here at 7:30, as I said. There's no delays. And everything is good. Oops. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to do that. Just want to make sure all my stuff is on. Good. Kind of got to do these parts first, and then you can go ahead and jump into the pictures, you know. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing the borders and stuff, I'll do them last. Let's break the rules a little bit. If we need to clean up anything, we can clean it up. Still waiting for my other two to dry, because I kind of laid these on. These bubbles kind of thick. So yesterday we did screen tones. Oh, never mind. On the video, I'm going to scratch my original video clean out. Decide you're gonna try again. It's all good. There. Got our bubbles in. Now we gotta do some drawing, because this is just kind of like laying down the foundation a bit and getting things ready all together. And you always start with the easiest, and then you work your way from there. What do I know? I just draw a little bit. How are you doing, Andy? How are you? LOL, I just need to post, but I don't know what. I am making an edit on CapCut. Also, welcome, Randy. It's good to have you guys here. Um, Getting ready to do some drawing. If you feel you need to, that's something you have to ask yourself. And if you're willing to do it. How you doing, Lady Elena? Getting ready to get down and just start drawing. I'll do the borders last. Right now I'm kind of like in crunch mode. I've been drawing all freaking day. I'm good. Glad to be here again. I like seeing the pencil work. Thank you. Yeah, I like to do the pencil works at nighttime and in the morning. Kind of like get everything prepped up for the day. Then I go in. But right now, since I'm like in crunch mode, like I've been going in hard all day today, and I really want to get Volume 3 done and get to Volume 4. Volume 3 is one of those things where it's gonna really test your limits. It'll test my limits, putting all these images together. Welcome, Lady Elena. Also, yeah, I might as well finish it so I don't have to do it later, but I'm also busy getting my instrument for band. Uh, yeah, it's just one of those things. When you feel it and you feel that you need to do it, then do it, you know. But also, if it needs to be done, if it's mandatory, something like that, then yeah, I better knock it out. Oh, I don't feel like doing taxes today. I'll do it tomorrow. I hate doing taxes, but do it tomorrow. You're welcome. There. Just stopping by to say hi and cheer you guys on. I'll be busy tonight and tomorrow. How you doing, Nico Holiday? Gonna be busy, huh? I'm glad you stopped in, though. You know, that's cool. Uh, I'm glad. And you said you came in and said hello, and I understand you got things going on. But no, I applaud that. Thank you for stopping in. Fuck yeah. Like all you guys that you can make it, it's cool. Um, Try to figure some topics to talk about or just draw. Gonna have dinner with family tonight and a birthday party tomorrow. That's what's up. It's funny. That's kind of what I'm gotta do after here. Well, today's my brother's birthday, so when I get off of here, I'm gonna help him go celebrate for a bit. Go do something nice. you know. All right, so yeah, she's looking pretty good. Sometimes you can't please everyone, and you have to understand that. You gotta just do it, and you end up getting your fans and all that stuff that will support because they believe in what you do. Like legit stuff, you know. Perhaps I need a smoke break, but not yet. It's too early for that. Gonna have dinner with the family. Yeah, no, go enjoy yourself with your family. You know, totally do that. You know, spend some quality time. It's all right. Totally, definitely do that. I'll always be here. It's not guaranteed if I will always be here, but for the time being, I'll be here. Alright, I finished the edit. Just had to adjust some things on it and then exported it. I'll post in a few. You knocked it out. Maybe I should go ahead and knock out my taxes after here. Just get it out the way as well. There. Now I need to make the necklace. Her necklace on her. And I'm going to go to the other finer nib. Okay, cool. So how many character concepts did you draw before settling on the design of October? Um, it's funny. I've drawn her for a long time, and it's been many years actually. Um, yeah, her and Sevens. It took years actually. before I decide to settle down with the final design. My main character is a woman, and settling on a good design has been tough. I see. It's like one of those things where you just you kind of man, this is kind of a tough question. It's like one of those things like what fits. What I mean, what does she look like in your story, or what's going? Like are her appearances like for October, her appearances and stuff. It has a special. There's like a drive behind the story for it. So it's like one of those things. Like, what do you? Because I can't. That's like one of those things I've never really thought of. That kind of question. Huh, interesting. You gotta write it to your story. You gotta. Jeez, yeah, that's a hard question. Let me read that again. Characters, but it is pretty tough to come up with that design. I would say take a month or two to like sit there and like really integrate yourself with the characters. Like sit there and draw them, constantly, and then get a feel of what you're gonna do. But also, um, like even in Undergod, in some way, I don't want him to wear the same clothes throughout the volumes. You know, I mean, Sevens right now he's kind of like okay, where am I going? So yeah, with my main character, I use her personality and likes and dislikes. I don't know how to explain much, but I hope that this helps. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, her likes, dislikes, or even he or she. Um, yeah, no, that helps a lot. What are her motivations? What drives her to do? It's like one of those things. You got to build that story first, the foundation, and then start adding the characters along with it. Like what goes on in this world. See, the thing is, like in my writing, I don't like telling everything. I don't like giving all the stuff that's gonna happen out. Like I kind of like to leave things in a mystery, and then it's unveiled in a later chapter. So I got a challenge I ran into is making her unique enough to stand out, but not to make her a chore to draw, and also look like she fits the setting. Yeah, yeah. You make her feel like she lives in the world as well. Feels lived in, not her, but yeah, yeah. It's no problem if you like, you can take some ideas off of my characters I posted up. Huh. It's cool that you're working, like you're drawing Randy, and it's cool you're putting up videos, Pebble, River Pebble. All right, we come back. Let this dry here, because I don't want to put my hand and start drawing this panel here. So that's why it's good to have multiple pages going. It's good to have multiple pages going. It's like no matter what the fuck you do, people will cry. Just call me River for short. I also love the progress of the book. Thank you. And I hope you're enjoying the book too, Randy, of Undergod. That's good. Gotta create some vibes up in here. Yeah, it's great so far. I hope to finish it this weekend. By the weekend, really enjoying the art, so I'm going slow. Oh yeah, that's what's up. I like to take my time on the art, put it out there, but at the same time, like I'm working as fast as I can to keep these volumes coming out. It's one of those things. I'm getting to a point where I'm gonna start keeping my secret. Everything I create, I'm gonna just keep it to myself, and people just find out when it just comes out. Cause I don't know. Maybe I'm getting paranoid again or something. I just don't want to put out all my stuff out like that. But for my fans, I'll do it. It's temporary line because I can white it out later to give me an idea of where that panel starts and stops. Honestly, for my characters, it took me a while to find out her backstory and her looks. Then I focused on her clothing and details. I say the part that makes the character pop is the backstory. Yeah, yes, the backstory and the build up. I have told people I was like, dude, I can't give you the whole story. You gotta like let things build up. So I just don't even argue with it. I just okay, whatever. Uh, Understandable. I'd miss the streams, but it makes sense wanting to protect your story. Oh yeah, and like I can show you guys the work and stuff. It's I just got to be careful with some things. Like if I have like secret, like I have projects that I have in store that I'm about to get together for next year, and like stuff like that. I've got I've got ideas. I've shared one of them, but it's one of those things where I might start keeping them under wraps. I won't say nothing about it. But you guys will find out and stuff. But you know, so it'd be kind of out of left field surprises. But yeah, no. Like when I show you guys like some of the streams, like the images and stuff, like I'm not, I don't have the word bubbles in, or you guys, I try to keep it vague as hell, so I'm not ruining it for my readers. But I also want to show the work, like I don't want art from my readers and the people that enjoy it, I don't want that kind of mindset. But at the same time, I do want to like keep things under wrap. So it's like one of those things. Just trying to protect yourself. But other than that, what are you guys working on? But yeah, no, I'm glad you're enjoying that, Randy. It's um, it's quite a story. Whenever I get the chance, I can attempt to make of October for you. It's much appreciated. It's one of those things like if you like the character and you draw it, that's and surprise me. I like surprises. Oops, because the talking points on this part is gonna be insane, and stuff that's gonna happen in this scene, and or that's to come. See, we got 8 people here. If you guys are new here, or if you guys like, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I will always be drawing every day under God. So every little bit helps and counts. Let's make this channel hit 1,000 subs. Let's do it. We're almost there. I work my ass off. Who cares? But I do it because I feel like we gotta step up the game a bit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it very much, you guys. Really want to make this thing grow, and I see. It's like I'm putting in the work, and I shouldn't be complaining about, hey man, putting out the work, and I should be getting all this attention. Like I put it out, and we'll see what happens. I'll keep pushing it and promote it. It'll be easier to promote once I have more books. It'll be much more viable or something like that. How you doing, Oba John? What's going on? You joining us tonight to do some drawing and hanging out? Small topic change. I think that brain rot is taking over. My brother is playing a full blast in the living room, so well, put on some headphones. Hopefully that'll cancels that out. It's like one of those things. I want to say real quick, like in this world or in this indie space, compared to like working my job when I had it, it's like one of those things where I feel I can express myself and draw what I want to draw and put out, my works and get paid for my work. Where where I was like working my busting ass at that job where you're not appreciated or nothing. Like you put in your years and all that stuff and you're overlooked. And so in this space, I can work the way I work and I can actually get a following for people that actually like what I'm doing and not shun me like that. Like, hey man, fuck you, do a 9 to 5, uh, make us money. We don't care what happens to you. But same thing happens in the indie space too. But at the same time, I'm just glad that I have people that follow what I'm doing. And for them, I will keep producing work and show, like, hey, the work's being done. Everyone else is just talking. So yeah, shouldn't take a book. All right. Then we can come back over, work with the brushes and stuff. So right now, my borders, I'm just gonna kind of sketch them out real quick, and then I go back over, make them bold again. I'd love to be able to escape the day-to-day job grind. My art isn't good enough for that yet, and I don't have any good work from home skills yet. When you build up your skills, and I don't even have to always be drawing. You could, if you're good at other things as well, try to find an income or find a way where you can make a living off of it. Like being a personal chef, being, or even like just like do things that you love to do. That doesn't feel like work. Like to some, like say, oh, that looks hard. That looks like work, bro. To me, I'm enjoying this. But at the same time, like I know I have to be serious about this too. She has black leggings on. I always get told, hey, there's um, I just block that shit out in my head and keep going at it. So, anyways, she's turning out pretty good. She can't sit fully back onto the chair, so I have to keep that in mind because of her. Well, she can kind of sit back a little bit because she's got her tail in the bag. How you doing, Naylin? Oh, you're fine. I seen your message on my channel comments. Yeah, I ended up leaving and had to handle some things, and it was getting pretty late. We are 41 minutes in, making some progress. So I'm gonna do some erasing and clean up. But before we do that, we can go back to the other page. She should be pretty dry. And what I'm going to do is get that one going. If I think my art is not good, I read the One Punch Man webcomic. Yeah, the story and stuff in that. I mean, the story does matter. You know when it's good criticism, and you know when it's bad. Story does matter. So yeah, you know what? I need to make that a little higher. Barely touching the edge. Let's do one of these. So we always come back and hit the back button and erase all the stuff. You guys, I'm glad you guys checked out the screen tones, using screen tones and stuff last night. That was interesting. Uh, Gotta get some stuff off my chest after I get off the stream. Gotta go handle something. I'm scared I might not get my instrument back because I have by Monday. Plus, my parents might not be able. Huh. Well. Hmm. Probably. Even one is improving and drawing for years. I wouldn't worry. A wise man told me, don't compare yourself to others. True. Thank you for reminding me that. That may be drawing for decades, but compare yourself to your old self. Very wise, Nayland. You're right. You're right about that. It's the thing is I don't I don't like to do that stuff like that, but it's when I deal with other people, they like to compare me to whoever, and I don't understand that. It's just like I'm doing the work. It's like if I come up to you, I'm showing you the work, and then like, hey, you know what? There's someone that's better than you. It's almost like an under, like a below the belt blow kind of thing. So telling you this. Okay, got it. It's like it's always been like that for years. It's like it does never fail me. And I roll my eyes like, here it goes. I get it. I see where this is going. I dealt with people like that here in my own neighborhood. That's how I learn. So now we're gonna clean up all the pencil marks as such, you know. Then you get a clean, nice feel and look. Clean it up. Do all your rough pencils, and you see it's like I'll do all my shading and stuff with my inks. The pencils are there as placeholders to give me the idea of where the character is. All right, sweep it up. I'm not trying to sweep that into my ink. That's a bad thing. All right, one more hit with the eraser because you can see the pencil marks. So yeah, you never know. You never know. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start inking her hair. Let this dry up here, and then we can jump to this panel. Then jump to this panel. Then jump to the next page or whatnot. So I'll take my ink here. Oh, motherfuck. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my bob. Whatever's in the machine. Sorry about that, y'all. You guys have to see my messy desk. It's just a stupid orientation on the screen is acting stupid because I shook it. Then I have to slowly reorientate it. But yeah, I do whatever. Depends on how I feel, or I'll write the fonts out myself. Yeah, it's a little dirty because of all the scraps, eraser scraps. Excuse me. There. Had to get that lid off. Okay, so I'll take my brush, dip it in some ink. Go ahead. Try to make a routine out of this all. But right now, I'm more focused on getting this book done and getting the series completed because how everything is moving. Kind of want to watch an old school anime tonight while I work, like later, you know. Just really thinking about that Discord still. as well. There. Digital is faster, but there's something about traditional that gives me the best feeling. I agree. I mean, you can just with a click of a button, you can get screen tones, or just do. I mean, yeah, it does because you ain't got drying times. But at the same time, for how I make up for my drying times, I always have multiple pages going at once. So instead of if you're working digital, there shouldn't be no excuse to knock out a bunch of pages because you have no drying times and put that video game away and focus on those pages. Don't get me wrong, I love video games and stuff, but there's a time to for that. Love gaming out. And another thing, I'm glad um, sales are growing too, like as well. Like when I got off the stream last night, I'm making a sale from yeah, and I was surprised. Like oh shit, that's fucking cool. Sales are increasing, which is good. I'm selling books. Um, I'm showing you guys the work is being completed. So if I show up like next year, you guys see me working on thank you, Nolan. Thank you, Nayland. Yeah. Some people say it's peak, and then some other people say my book was boring and bland, and or here what's another one? At first it was going to be 238 pages, and a guy was like, "Man, that adds up to the number 13 or something like that. Your book is going to be cursed." This was at work. I'm like, "Dude, are you fucking serious?" But but yeah. So we're going to just keep pushing it out and to see what the OPs, the opposition does. This is all friendly competition. Don't get me wrong on there. It's good to have friendly competition because it drives the other to work as hard as you or harder. Something about it. It keeps everyone going. It's nothing about ego and all that. I mean, it's there. It can be there. But some real stuff, my thing is getting this stuff produced and put out, in a timely manner. And like 4 books a year, 4 or 5 books, even better. Um, that's what we want. Well, that's what I want. So this is drying. Let this dry. Use the feather to kind of let the ink dry a bit. So we'll come back so we don't put our hand all over the ink and smear it. Jump back to this page. See, this is what I mean. Getting multiple pages together. So we'll let this one hang. Go ahead, rinse and repeat. Same thing. Clean her up. Get her done. And the thing is, you can't get your feelings involved like that. And you can love your work, do what you're doing, but you got to remember not everyone's going to see your vision, and that's okay. But so far, people that's got my book and enjoy it, that's all that matters to me. And the fan art I get, even fucking better. And when I get fan art from you guys, um, like I said, I share them like they're my kids' photos. I don't like if they were my own children, kind of like, hey, look, man, look at this. Isn't this fucking cool? Look at, you know, I enjoy that very much. Burger does sound good. Fucking commercials. So, rinse and repeat is how I work though. So I was talking to somebody I listened to about business and stuff, some advice. So you guys are gonna probably get international stuff, the physicals later, because I've heard something, and I'm gonna listen to what my business guy's saying right now, because he told me something, and I think I'm gonna hold up for a bit on the physicals for that. Have an idea what I'm gonna do. Sorry, people have different tastes. Some people don't like One Piece, and others love it. I love One Piece. It's fun. I enjoy it. Um, but yeah, no, you're right, and it's all right. Um, it's just you gotta keep that in mind, like when you're creating stuff, that you're gonna get that. It will happen. So leave it at that. It's gonna be a rough line up there. What is going on, Joker? How are you? Sitting here, you know, it's our usual tonight. Getting the work done on Under God Volume 3, producing this work, this body of work. And let's push for it to get put out this year and we can get to Volume 4. I'm doing good. Just got done working out. Good. Yeah, it's good to get some working out in. Try to get my pull ups in. Pull ups, squats, and burpees is my thing. And dips. I love dips because I do this so I can keep going, so I'm not sitting here feeling stagnant and sitting on my ass all day drawing. I do get up and I'll do some stuff. I stay active in some ways. Just got a new heavy bag here too. That feels too damn light. I kind of like them heavy and dense. This thing is, I was abs reveal with age. Maybe, I don't know. I'm a little camera shy. I mean, I can be on camera, whatever, but I just don't really. Maybe I could. Show off my abs, huh? I try to stay physically fit, not like the Hulk or nothing, but I do, you know, keep on it so I don't harm myself from doing long sessions of drawing, So I try to get, I not try, I get like some physical, work in, and it always feels good too when you're done. One thing I like is doing the pull-ups like over your shoulders, and those I like. I like doing at least like 5 sets of those or more. Depends on how I feel. Matter of fact, I should probably do some after this. I just feel pumped up right now. You guys ever feel like that? You just feel like just that adrenaline just kicking in. You just feel, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like this. So then, same, I love pull-ups too. Yes, I love pull-ups, the dips. Always feels good. We can work on this. How should we work on that? Let's start from the top. Okay. Pull-ups, yes. I love pull-ups. Pull-ups and dips, yes. And squats. Kind of makes you feel like a superhero. A little bit, yeah. There's one time I was like getting pretty ripped. I'm like, put your fucking shirt back on. Okay. But the thing is, it's what I have to do. I have to do it because, I don't want my health to decline, and especially when you're drawing and stuff. Like the Japanese, when they're doing long sessions of drawing, I do what they, like get up, move around. You don't have to do extreme exercise or nothing like that, but do something active to get your blood flow going and your muscles and all that stuff. Just don't try to be stagnant. So when we get off the stream, if you guys are up, try to do something. Push-ups too. I think walks is good. Very peaceful and can help you come up with amazing ideas. Yeah, walking is underrated. Taking long walks is really very good. Just walking is good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, walking is good for you as well. Yes, keep repeating that. But yeah, Let's see. I have the basic shape. I already know what sevens looks like. I have my concept sheet off the side, and you go from there and how you work your characters. So you can put a stick figure at any pose, and then you just add your character over that stick figure, that wireframe. That is how you build up your stuff. You know. We'll put these lines here as a quick placeholder because what I'm going to do is go back over them with a thicker line on the borders. Right now I'm trying to be efficient, but also not lose quality in the work. Pillows right behind him. You mean a stick figure with shoulders and hips? Yeah. Do stick figures, and then you can add the joints in there, and all the start adding shapes over the stick figure, and then you can start manipulating it and making it move and doing things you want it to do. And then you're like, oh, okay. Have you ever showed the concept art of the creation of your characters? I have, in my videos actually. See, before I started doing live streams, I was just doing videos every week or 2 weeks. But doing the live, it's I like this because I'm actually interacting with you guys. You guys actually get to talk to the artists and talk. I get to talk to you guys. It feels like more of a personal connection than me just putting out. It does get complicated at different angles. Yes, yeah, it can. But when you learn the perspectives, like start practicing your shape language and work with different perspectives with the shapes, um, then it all makes sense. And it's funny. Jumped on Coffee Comics stream. He was doing a live I was just on there for a minute, for not that long, and he said that I put a lot of detail in a panel. I guess that's a good compliment. It's just one of those things. It's just how I work. I don't want to lack in it because if I just left it like this, it would drive me nuts. Maybe it's that OCD shit kicking in, but it will drive me crazy. Because it's like one of those things like, why don't you push it? Push that panel, man. I have a tough time converting my wireframe stick designs into the character I want. There's a disconnect there for me at the moment. Hmm. I can. I'll try to do something tonight. Show you something. Like I said, practice that shape language I did yesterday, and just go from there. Let's see. I have 100% agree. Live really does kind of feel like you can make a connection with the artist. Yeah, and the audience too. It's like one of those things like, well, I don't know when he's gonna come back. When is he gonna put out another video? You know, and it kind of falls into like that kind of category. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's go. Let's go live. And Marshall has been telling me, hey man, go live. I was like, I don't know yet. So then when I did, now I'm like, okay, cool. This is pretty cool. What is going on, Rhino's John? Rhino, what's good? I'm here drawing. I've been on what for an hour and 12 minutes. But when it hits like 9:30, I'm gonna jump off and go celebrate my brother's birthday for a bit. Any tips for circles and eclipse? I can do cube, but round shapes are my foe. I do have some tips. Give me a second. Spheres and rounds and stuff like sometimes I'll use a ruler with the circles cut into it, and I'll use that. It depends on what it is, but if I sit there and freestyle it, if you're gonna draw a circle, don't move your wrist. Use your elbow, your arm, your shoulder to do it. But if it comes down to it, I say screw it, man. I'm gonna use a I'm gonna use a freaking stencil, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let him dry for a minute. So this stencil here, I do. Hold on. All right, so I'll use these stuff like this. So you want to get some stencils like that. If you want to do circles, even these little things. If you want to do cylinders and stuff. So get you some stencils. Let's see, faces. Any tips on drawing faces and face proportions? Okay, so you can do this. I'll do something quick. Some stuff I was doodling with when I'm like practicing my ballpoints and stuff, just sitting there. But what I'll do is this. So I'll take a pen. I mean, you guys probably seen that. Well, thank you. Thank you, Nayland. So you can do this. Well, you can always start with the ball, the neck, collarbone, This is kind of what I do. Thank you. Got a lot of them. I got a lot here. Some of them are like I can't show because of, yeah. I'll show some of them. Like to do 3/4 sketches and a dead-on face, practice. Even hands, practice with hands. Sit here, practice doing hands all day, or for like 10 minutes, practice doing hands. Yeah, I mean, I have some in here. I can't, I mean, it's like it's beyond PG-13. So yeah, just another. So yeah, the faces. I'll get to it to show like some examples. Hands. Thank you. NC-17 stuff. Yes. Self practice poses and stuff. You see where the cylinder? Don't want you to wrath to come exactly. So I've got to keep things, figurative and not because I have drawings where it's just like, all right, man, yeah. So like these are figure drawings. They're nude, but they're figure drawings. It's art. I love working with ballpoint pen. Like here's the dog from Under God Volume. Here's some concept work for the dog in Under God Volume 2, the graveyard dog. No, I just draw it. I just draw it from my head, straight up. Thank you. Thank you. Some more concept work for some of the bad guys in Volume 2. They ate like dead bodies and stuff. I drew this in the courthouse actually. This one. This one I drew in the courthouse when I had to do jury duty. I don't like doing that jury duty. And the guy was like, "Hey, you draw that?" I said, "Yeah." And just sat in court and just did like 10 pictures. And I'm glad I didn't get picked, but I had to sit there for like 5 grueling hours of jury duty. So I was like, if I'm gonna sit here, I'm bringing my drawing stuff. So yeah, so it's good practice on these index cards, like large ones. You know, like all these poses, I just come up at the top of my head, and I thank you, thank you. I guess I can show some concept work. So yeah, like some of my concept stuff. This is like I have a stack. I have oh shit. See what I'm saying? I have a whole stack of boxes of drawings. I understand my mom would tell the family or friends of my son, and they ask me, "Can I see it?" And I'd be embarrassed because the art might look lewd, but it's body studies. Yeah, yeah, man. When I was in school, man. So me and my buddies, we draw dirty pictures. I ain't gonna lie, like making fun of teachers and some of the students, and like this. There's no nudity in there. It's covered up, and there's a ballpoint pen and gouache paints and stuff. And I'm sitting there. The hell am I doing? Drawing these dirty pictures, and then one of the teachers caught it. Dude, I got suspended from school for a while. They're like, "Hey, you have mental issues. You shouldn't be drawing stuff like that," and that is just not cool. But that's like many moons ago. Or it's my fishes. Woof 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 woof. That's no good. I mean, it was, you know, there's something I like. I like this. These are like ink washes, or no, like a ballpoint pen. Oh, sorry, the dog hitting me. This is like watercolors actually. The poodles. It's great you can draw from imagination like that. I can't get the proportions correct and pose looking right. I guess I haven't drawn them enough. Well, I'm gonna try to help you break that down for you. I'm gonna do what I can. Do what I can. And if it works out, then I was a successful teacher. If I didn't teach you right, then I failed. I'm sorry. Some machine parts. I just do like mechanical parts. This was the gun for dude in volume 2. Just some of his little setups, and there's the upgrades and all that stuff for volume 3, my bad. We got practice. I try only take like a couple minutes on these drawings. I try not to be there too long. Here's some poses, practicing poses to give them like some sort of movement. There's some gouache paints and ballpoint. Yeah, what you need to do is break down what you is drawn and draw the shapes out. Yes. Yeah, just break it down. I will do that. I'll break it down to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, all these are freestyle. I don't have any figures or nothing like that. I always draw on these big index cards because I can carry them around everywhere. So working with multiple ballpoint colors, like a red pen or a blue pen, very helpful. And I can't show this image because YouTube will strike me with their wrath. I have these. I can show these off too. So I have these as well. And that. Seeing these little ball drawings. These are gouache and ballpoint pen. The twins. And I always put this one up. I like this one drawing. It's covered up. Got sweatpants on. It's October. Just a practice of her. She ain't got her tail on it. So yeah, that's ballpoint pen. It's my other little angel, my fairy angel. So like ballpoint. Oh, thank you. That bottom face reminds me of Radiohead cover, which oh this one. It's kind of got a. I was at the coffee shop waiting in line on that. I got her. Her. Thank you. I got her. These are like concept works for Under God as well. Like you guys will know about her later down in the volumes, like probably volume 8, volume 7 or 8. Oh, the Instagram model pose. I didn't even know that was a pose. Just kind of just freestyled it. And her, like there's actually a lot of detail in that too. Like all of them are pretty detailed. It's ballpoint pens, cheap. She's got a blindfold on because they can't see. Of course, you guys seen her. That's a gouache on ballpoint pen. So yeah, I was at Chipotle waiting in line drawing her. Didn't know you was this good at drawing. Does look cool as hell. A lot of people don't know a lot about me, and I'm like the new guy in the indie scene too. So I'm always kind of overlooked. Yeah, I follow a lot of female fitness models, and they do that pose a lot. Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I really like how this turned out, like her dress and the folds, and how the face turned out and stuff. This is like gouache paints on ballpoint pen on standard computer office paper. This one, she's wearing clothes. She ain't nude. So yeah, I've got art. I've got paintings on the way that'll be available on my Angels and Renaissance site. This drawing right here will be available in there as well. So like I'll have little drawings like this available. My studies. These are all like my concept, like animals and stuff that or plants and animals that would be in my world. Oh shit. Make an art book. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, that's definitely in the works. But like you'll be able to get the original drawings from the art book. And so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It's my little crab. Got a picture of October here, and she's got her tail in there. And I didn't finish it all the way through. I just kind of stopped. Another picture of her, October. Well, I forgot her freckles though. You posted this one? Yes, I have. Even this one. You guys can actually see the physicals. And I have large paintings here too. So yeah. So that's, just to give you guys an idea and of what's going on and, oh yeah, this is a Dragon Ball picture I was actually working on for someone. I was like, hey, can you draw me a Goku? So yeah, here, freestyle to Goku. So I used to draw Dragon Ball stuff back then as well, but you know, but yeah, no, it's cool, cool and thoughtful. Yeah, I appreciate that. And make this go, keep going. Damn, I got 4 people here. Guess they didn't want to see the concept work. The rest of them. I guess we got to go back to drawing. But I did say I was going to show you how to do that, didn't I, Randy? So, so when you're drawing faces and stuff, you guys want to know? There's something I'll do. I guess I can do it real quick. That's all right. The real ones wanted to see it. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I like that. Here it goes. All right, Randy. This is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a face. Facts. Yeah. We're gonna draw a face, front view, a quarter. Like a quarter view, and a 3/4 view. Let me find some music. Hmm. All right, here it goes. All right, so first thing you want to do, you can draw a circle, right? And perfect. See me, I'm actually using my wrist, so I'm just kind of going in a quick motion, It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. And we got the neck. See, it's like a stick figure, you know? Got the collarbone here. So now we want to do like some things like this. All right. Because since this is the side view of the head, then we're going to do a 3/4, kind of like, we'll make that the big one. So we just got a flat circle, right? Just a flat, simple circle. Damn, gotta do something. I'll be back as quick as I can. Alright. Alright. Now we got our heads. But wait, they're not done yet. But now we gotta give some dimension. You see what I'm saying? Give some dimension to it. Make it round. Just imagine like an oval. So now you're adding dimension to it. So we're gonna work on our front view. Okay. The chin's at the bottom of the circle. See? Already got a head. Got a head right there. Ears, eyes, You could do a little triangle there to kind of give you like a guide. Eyebrows. And the eyeballs here. You see from that little circle, which you can do. Add hair if you want. Then you got the mouth. See? And same thing, go side view. It's kind of like you gotta locate your chin, locate where the chin's gonna be. All right, where's the jawline? Where does the ear connect to the jaw? You know, follow that jawline to the ear. Back of the head, forehead, the dip for the nose. Then we can start adding the top lip, bottom lip, and then we just kind of meet everything back to that chin line. And those guiding lines will help you to guide where the eyes need to sit. You can follow the luminous proportions and modify it to fit your needs. That's true. That too. So you can, yeah, you can sit there and draw a stick. Watch, I'll do something like this. Something this is me when I actually work with pencils and stuff. When I do things quick, this is what I'll do. Something like that. That's how I'll get down. When I'm doing my pencils and stuff, this is how I get down. Just like that. Then I start filling it in. But the luminous effect does work pretty well. Especially you're doing the proportions, where's the hips at, where are you drawing from, you know. You can have a guideline like this grid, this quick grid I put down here, to give you an idea of where is what, to give you perspective and all that. Man, yeah. Man, it looks like everyone's leaving. Might, well, I have 3 people here, 4 people, and that's cool. We still got people, dedicated ones, and we are fine. And, but yeah, that's what you do. At one time, one day I'm gonna have to do something, because I'm trying not to do tutorials like that, but, you know, if you guys need help, I'll, do what I can to kind of give you the idea of how to do it, and then from there, you branch from there. Hey, work with those shapes. Shapes will be your friend. What is going on, Tank Ferret? Hail to all of you magnificent bastards and bastards. How are you doing? He's an amazing artist himself, Tank Ferret. You guys go check him out. He draws, and I believe he has a book too, or you're working on one. I'm trying to get to volume 4 this year. Currently, this is volume 3. Is that from TF2? What's TF2? I love your anime style so much. Thank you. I like the working with the old school manga stuff and working with the old traditional tools. I mean, I can work digital all day as well, but it's the that I like. I feel I have a deeper connection. You're just making pages, not spirit stuff. I'm back. I just took out the trash. So what I miss? Well, we just showed a bunch of nude pictures, and we made sure you left before we showed those. I'm just kidding. I was just doing a little tutorial on drawing faces. Yeah, I appreciate that, Tank. And here we can go ahead and start inking that. And I think I'll use a bigger nib. But I'm not cool enough to see them. Oh no, you're cool. Oh no. No, we were just showing just going off of drawing stuff. Thank you. Thanks. That means a lot. For real. Like the thing is I want to have that work ethic how they do things, but at the same time not destroy my body. It's not I have my own business and stuff. But I'm not working for a major corporation to be like, all right, we need this next week. We need this. We need this done next week. I like working at my own pace. And yeah, I need to sleep. Bye. You get some rest, Alba. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be back here tomorrow. Maybe I should play something hype. Well, it's about almost that time, anyways. So when it hits 9:30, I'm gonna call it its peak. Thank you. Sleep well, Olba. Get some rest. My brother's playing that Liminal Spaces game on the Switch. What time is it for right now? It is 9:09, and we've been here for an hour and 39 minutes. Speaking of Weavery, I'm going to be cooking rice and lurking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was yeah, made some of that earlier. I actually do have to do a lot of the cooking, like for my dad, because he's a bit injured at the moment. So yes. Okay, so you're an hour ahead of me now. I know I'll try to be in the streams early. Oh, yeah, I'm like in Ohio time, Eastern. So like 7:30 here is when I stream. So you would have to be here what 6:30. Oh, I'm the oldest. We're just like a year, 2 years apart. Whoops. We can fix her eye up. So a little ink got in her eye. Hello, back. What did I miss? I just started working on these panels. And at 9:30, I'm gonna call it so I can go celebrate a little bit upstairs. Her face, her face. I really like working on her hair. It's pretty fun to draw. Drawing October is fun, actually. I enjoy drawing her. Same with sevens. I enjoy drawing sevens too, but October, I love drawing her. Fun to draw. Very fun to draw. There. So yeah, if you guys are new here or you're been here for a while, you're new, subscribe if you like. And if you've been here, put a like on this channel or this video. Every little bit helps and counts. And I want this channel to grow and hit 1,000 subs. We're almost there. Almost. We're getting there. And we clean her up, let her dry for a bit, and then come back and clean her up the way she needs to be. Yeah, it's kind of like navigating through a minefield if you lay too much ink. So, gotta be very careful. Man, this is insane. So if you guys have any suggestions for the next video, you know, let me know in the comments below. If you guys have anything in mind that you want to see or what you want done or something. But yeah, no, I don't know if I'm supposed to say stuff like this, but no, I actually sold a book to Narwhal. He's he's putting a book out right now, and I was like, whoa, are you serious? That is cool. I think one. Another creator I need to get a hold of is Mason McKinney. That dude's cool. I've been on his stream a few times as well, and I think I need to go reach out to him, make sure he's doing good. That's cool. It's great when creators support each other. Yeah, it's like, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and degrade you. We're doing the same thing. I'm gonna sit there and tarnish you or put you down and say, hey man, stop drawing. You shouldn't be doing that. No, it's like, that's demoralizing and dehumanizing. Like some insecurity there, talking to people like that. Yeah, there it goes. That taper face a little to because of the angle we're going for as well. She's sitting there like contemplating. Or if it comes down to it, things can be fixed. In your opinion, what is the best thing to learn line work, shapes, gestures, things like that for the beginning? Um, I've mentioned like I keep saying, draw shapes and draw extreme angles of the shapes. Like don't just draw a cube. If you're gonna draw a cube, like draw it from different angles. Like draw it as if you're an ant standing right next to the cube and you're looking up at it. How does that look in your mind's eye? So it's like that. You're the cameraman and you're going around these shapes and you're filming it. That's like one of the things, best analogy description I can really give because it's like once you do that, you're like a sphere, yeah, I mean you can only do so much with that. But like a cube or a pyramid shape, like stuff like that. You want to you want to mess with the angles on that, and everything will fall into place. It's just understanding that. So that's my very my suggestion is the shapes and all that stuff will come, and it depends on how dedicated are you. So now what we'll do, hit this very lightly because I'm using a thicker nib, but as you can see, there's that pressure. How much pressure am I putting on? I'm putting very light, so I'm getting finer lines, and have the control. I have control of this nib. I control this nib. The nib does not control me. So it's like one of those things, like master it, take heed, take the controls, and make it happen. Don't let it intimidate you. Based Ralph. How are you doing, Yoshi? Putting in the work at the moment. And thank you so much, Yoshi, dude. That's freaking awesome, and I really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm gonna share that on stream. Thank you so much. I I will cherish that for reals. Yes, my name is Ralph. Raphael. They used to call me in Manhattan because I used to sit in the streets and stuff. Big paintings, draw for everyone. I used to draw stuff for people on the subway trains too. Union Square, all that stuff. I did all that, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the people, um, the opportunities it brought, or just even best Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I agree. You're fucking right. Yes, and I have. Yeah, that's like my favorite Ninja Turtle. Is it the name? And my brother's name is Michael. Yes, I gotta draw her face in. But yeah, no, I enjoy interacting with people, and just showing them stuff, and opening their potentials. If they want to like learn stuff, then I had no problem. But drawing for the people in Manhattan, I really I miss that. Of course, your dad had a vision. My mom, yeah, like she thought it was because my dad's. I'm a junior actually, so yeah, you guys can see my name. I'm not the president, but that's my last name. It's my manga under God, and you guys can get that at angelsoftherenaissance.com, physicals and digital. I'm shilling, and I'm supposed to be drawing for seconds. Oh, bro, you can't make this up. That's cool, bro. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yes, order it now. Supplies are limited because there's only going to be so many of this with the title right here. So you guys get them now while supplies are here because other than that, they're going to be gone. And there's only going to be the new. I mean, it's going to still be the same cover, but it's going to be the title's going to look different. It's one thing I haven't showed you guys. Hold on. Okay. So this is what I do my storyboards on. If you guys want to see, it's the best manga on the market. Read page one. Looks like this all the way through. I don't know. You guys think my book is boring and bland? I just want to know. I've been hearing from like 50 people and more that they really like it. I just need your opinion. Well, I guess it doesn't. I'm gonna still put it out regardless. So, anyways, this right here, you see this? This stack of index cards. This is a storyboard for Volume 2. Same with like Volume 1. I do all my storyboards on index cards. See? No, just buy a few. See, this the storyboard for Volume 2, like all the pages. This is what I work with to create my storyboards. Yeah. So I'll give you an example. So right here it says chapter 3, which is the start of volume 2. And you got that image right there, right? It took a minute. I mean, it took, This is how I work. I'll take 5 of these. So 5 in the morning and 5 at night before I go to bed. See this is this. So I'll do this. How about this? Let me take this little platform off so you guys can see what I'm saying. So okay, this is page 1 of volume 2. I do all my index just on an index card. So when I'm walking and I'm sitting there thinking and like how what's gonna I have it written out and stuff, but it's like how will it look visually. And this is the results of page 1. Yeah, it's time to storyboard. Yes. So this is all storyboard right here, and then this is page 1. This is the results of this. So we got the roof there and the roof here. So I go by this from my sketches, and then I start building this up. See, see, page 2. I got that. My stories have no plot holes. Kaiba. Oh, dude. Wait till you and see on the writing. The writing is on the back of the index card. See, when they talk, and I have it all put out. So I'm sitting there with a conversation in my head and configuring how things are going to look and how things are going to go. So this is the cover to volume 2. Got sevens here. October. I had to touch it up some on the computer to get some of the white out off her face to clean it up on the computer when I scanned them in. Then you got the harpy feathers, the harpies that are in volume 2. So yeah, and the yeah. So this is like who the main character? Who's sevens in October? They are the main characters. This is just a placeholder because this can change. Because on the next cover, she's not going to be as prominent as they're going to be kind of equal. But everyone thinks, oh, it's October. No, they're both the main characters. But this right here is this page. So I have it set out on what's going to happen. Everything is down. Looks rough, but I have an idea of what's going to do. So yeah. Thank you. I noticed the cover for book 1 has her with her eyes closed and second one her eyes open. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she's gonna eyes open in this and eyes shut. So, but volume 3 cover is gonna look pretty. I'm gonna like that because there's gonna be a lot more stuff in volume 3 cover. So yeah, keep an eye out for volume 3 because there's gonna be spaceships, gods and goddesses, disciples, and all that stuff. The moon god. It's gonna be a very big. It's very big, very big. Show you guys, you know, some of volume 2. It's all completed. Holy shit! What is this artistry? This is Undergod, volume 1 or volume 2. This is volume 2 here. I'm showing them volume 2 at the moment, and I'm currently working on volume 3, and this is volume 1. So volume 1, 2, and then 3 will be out. Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out. It's gonna be very interesting. Man, I had to do some like serious psychological study for this one because man, this character you're gonna want to kill this dude. But at the same time, I feel sorry for him. You know. So we got that in the works. Let's see. So yeah, if you know how to like, it's funny. I'm gonna think about doing a manga on on the small index card, and then try to make some action scenes out of that. Kind of proving a point. But anyways, yeah, guess I can do some walkthrough on it. This is the artwork. The ink wash is screen tones. You guys can actually see the screen tone. See? So I want the whole thing, like I said, I want it to feel like live. That's why, I put into the work into the backgrounds as much in the characters, like everything. I don't, whoever said this was boring, I don't know what they was smoking. Yeah, believe me, I wonder that too. Yeah, oh yeah, you guys can't see that. Oops. Oopsie. Can't see that. Oh yeah, you guys. Oh man, you wait till what you see. Wait till you guys see what's in store. I don't want to go too far into what's gonna happen to certain characters, so I gotta make sure I'm not doing any spoilers. Yeah, like that image, like that. Probably mixed in with some broken glass. But yeah, believe me, I hear it all. I'm like, damn, what the hell I do? I'm trying to find some cool scenes. But yeah, this is one of those stories. I know when it ends, like the whole complete, all 35 volumes when they end, because like I said, I plan on like pushing out 4 volumes a year. Um, it makes me sad because I know, like even the characters they meet, things that happen. I can't tell you everything because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. Um, I've sat here after like I just sitting there like, man, actually heartbroken with everything that's going to happen and goes on and stuff, and even the situations, like some of them, the characters they meet and their trials, their tribulations, their troubles, and how to solve their problems. Oh yeah, screw it. Yeah. So yeah, this one's 281 pages total in physical because of the spacing, because of the splash pages. Let me find a splash page real quick. I'll show you guys. This is like one of my favorite scenes. I can't show what happens. Like I like this. Something you got to be a Spider-Man writer to make a good story. A Spider-Man writer. What is a Spider-Man writer? I've never heard of that term. So I put screen tones on October here to emphasize some shading, and the mood. So yeah. I want it to feel like a movie, you know, like it feels alive. Ryan D, what is going on? Under God. I have to show it again. This is my manga, Under God. Got volume 1 and 2 available at the moment. Physical copies are $10, shipping and handling. $10 for digitals as well. Volume 3 will be out, and I'm working on getting physicals for Volume 2. And Volume 2 is going to be bigger than this book, too, and this is 252 pages. So, yeah, if you guys want to see the artwork in it real quick, I'll flip it. So, what you guys see on this paper is what I'd be doing for this. So, all this is drawn on paper, too, of course, traditionally. So one of my favorite scenes is that. I always like that scene. So yeah, it's available on angelsofrenaissance.com. One of October's favorite flowers are dandelions and marigolds, and you'll find out why. You'll find out. Okay, let me do a splash page, and then I better call it. I just wanted to show you guys volume 2 a bit, you know, show you what's volume 2 looking like. So here's the city center, you know, that they're about to go to, the 614 city center. So the world, you know, I want the world to feel alive, you know, as you know, as I'm presenting it. And thing is, it doesn't take me long to do this stuff. Kind of train myself, and you know, like I'm willing to help with some art. Anyone like needs help. Spider-Man writers, they're cruel with Spider-Man. Let him breathe. Thank you, Nayland. Hold on, let me find. Okay, so the ending had Bro singing, "I Dido, my tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why I got out of bed at the morning rain. Clouds up my window and I can't see at all. And even if I could, it'll all be great. Put your picture on the wall. Hmm. It's kind of deep. Huh. Oh, October getting her new threads. She's happy about her new clothes. She's not feeling filthy because she was wearing these clothes. I'll show you. First she was butt naked, kind of, but then Seven made her some clothes, and that's what she was wearing before, like pieces of his tent, and he just made her some quick clothes. How you doing, LeMay? How art thou? That's awesome. Oh, I'll make sure. Yeah, she's gonna be the best girl. You guys will see. I'll bring it to you. Yeah, she got a tail. You guys will find out why she has a tail. Thank you. Thank you, Yoshi. All is well. Good. Good. And Yoshi, if you want me to draw a picture of her for you and send it your way, I'll totally do it. I totally did, Ryan. I'm sitting here drawing it earlier. If you go back on the stream, you can actually watch me draw a bit. And this is Kojo. You guys will meet Kojo, character that they meet. She owns a store. Kojo's cool. All the cross hatching and stuff on her shawl. I really like that. The cross hatching and then add the screen tones over it. It really brings out the depth of things, you know? Gotta have fun too. Gotta make the characters laugh, have fun, and do things. I like that image right there of her, of Kojo too. I am always down for an October art, good sir. Alright. You got it. You got it. I appreciate you very much. Not unless you make that girl that rivals October, then my heart will be split. Here, how about this? Kojo gives October a hug. October never ever got a hug in her life. Never. Never shown love, nothing. And when she gives her a hug, wanted to make it feel animated, like from her point of view, and then it goes from October's point. She's like, got her hands out, like, oh, like, what is this? What, you know? Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad. What happened? The rainy streets in the city center that they're in Volume 2. And so October, after getting the hug, she's like, fantasy, be like full armor, that not strong underwear that don't cover any 100% protection. Yeah. Oh, she'll definitely have, they'll learn. I don't know about that, Joker. Are you sure? But I really like this scene right here, like this Kojo actually giving October a hug, like saying, "Hey, you're always welcome here." So, like in a way, I wanted to feel animated. You see, so when you're turning the page, she's like reaching out, gives her a hug, and then goes back to October, and October commits to the hug, and she's thinking to herself, she's like, "Man, that hugs that feels good too." I really like that panel right here. It's very touching. Yeah, you sure, man? You sure, Joker? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. So this is cool, actually going through some of these pages. So they're getting ready to jump on the funeral train. So the funeral train's pretty much a train that leaves the city center, and the dead are put on it and they're shipped out. The innkeeper looked out for them for real. Yeah, I think I could have. I think I could have pushed it a little more. Made them like do more there, but yeah, she got him. She was looking out for him. I could have added more to it for the build up for that. But I learned from my mistakes. Like I'm like, oh, I'll make it better next time. But I think she kind of likes, she's like, oh, you guys come back, whenever you can. City center, like all this stuff right here. This is not 3D at all. This is all hand drawn. The train's going off. Thank you. And she's like, get, hurry the fuck up. You guys get out of here. Go jump on the train. Hurry up. Like go. She's yelling, go, go. And they're running. And as they're running, they're waving by, like, hey, see you guys later. See you later. Thank you. And then she's like wondering. Um, so it's like the top view of the street, and October and Seven's like running, and Koja's like over here watching them go, run towards the train. And then in her mind, she's like, did October have a tail, or am I just tired? Am I seeing things? So that's like one of my favorite panels too, like this. I feel like every page in a way should be like a work of art, but also not lose the story and all that stuff. Because I've heard, oh, the art is the only thing that drives your book. I'm like, dude, I put more into it than just that, dude. So sometimes you gotta take things for a grain of salt and understand it for what it is. And here it is. There's a funeral train. They're sneaking on board. You got all these dead bodies on the train, these corpses. I'm seeing things. What am I seeing? So these are all dead bodies in the train. I even had to study a train, like the hydraulics, the springs, and all that stuff to make sure this train is gonna do what it needs to do and look the way it needs to look. So they're getting on board. And what do we got here? I'm giving you guys a little spoiler tonight, just a tiny bit. What tail? I see no tail. Do you? Nah, we don't see a tail. Yeah, I think you're seeing. Yeah, I think we're seeing things. She gets on there. Sevens helps her up on the platform, and it's like, all right, they're gone. You on there? And I really like this panel too of October on the platform. She grabs Seven's weapons to help him up, and it has the screen tones, the pen strokes, and then the washes. Thank you. That dark but cool at the same time. She notices, oh, there's dead bodies up here. All these dead people. They're all dead. They're getting rained on. So all the what happens here on this train? So in the city center, there's no graveyards. So they put the dead bodies on the train platforms and send them out like in the middle of the night or in the middle, like early in the morning. And everyone's loved ones and people are like, sent on this platform to get shipped out. And the people that live in the city center, a lot of them don't know what happens to them, you know. So they don't know what happens to the dead when they leave the city center walls. But the guys that operate the train, they do. And she's like, "Oh my God, they're dead." Meme face alert. That one right there. Like, oh no. Like, oh shit. What's up here? She's like, they look asleep, like they're asleep. And then Seven's like on his way up, and he like pushes her down to like, hey, get down, because there's a guard showing up, and he like grabs the back of her like back and like puts her upon the dead bodies, kind of like, and she's like freaking out, like don't do that. And it should feel alive, like animated, like it should feel like they're alive, like doing shit, interacting with the environment, and they're looking. He's like, get down. Act like you're dead. Act like you're sleeping. Act like you're part of the with the corpses. And he like turns her around real quick on her tail, on her bag. So she's like, so I like this how he's got her arm and then how he pushes her so she can roll over on her back. She's like looking over, like pretending to act like asleep. And he's just saying, hey, just pretend you're asleep. Just play dead. The guard starts walking up. She's like surprised. She's like, oh shit. Closes her eyes. Like, I hope you didn't see me kind of thing. And guard walks over and looks at the dead, the dead. Stands over her and it's like, oh, looks like this one's asleep, you know. So yeah, I like this panel too, right here. She's getting, her face is getting rained on and stuff. And he says, all aboard, all the passengers are on. and they're ready to go. She's got her eyes shut. Seven's just like, okay. Then the train wheels start taking off, and then we got this train right here, part of it, and it starts to move, and then the train takes off, like starts going down the streets, the rainy streets. Plot twist: the guard knows, but leaves him because they have plot armor. He don't want that smoke. this the springs on the train, like all this, the mechanics of the train, like the wheels and stuff. I actually sat there and studied it, and it's like, okay, I drew it at different angles to make sure I got that in my memory, but still, she's still, the train is moving now, but she's pretending, to be dead. The train's moving down the street. I added the sound effects on the computer though, with the ka-chug ka-chug. As the train's like moving through the city streets and at night or early in the morning where it's still dark, and it's about to go out the doors. And then the train like pulls up. See, now this character here, you guys will see her like, well, because when they went to the city center, she was kind of giving them shit. We will come back to her. I'm not gonna say much about her, but in the future, let's just say that train's moving through the streets, and she's like, you know, I really like this too because the lights and the action of it, or just the movement, the rain falling, the wet street. Um, she's looking back. You can see her face. Looks great. Oh yeah, try. I just wanted to make sure the information's conveyed. And she's looking because she's part of the 614 City Center. She knows when the dead are leaving and stuff. She's like a not so much a guard, more like a tattletale kind of, yeah, kind of assistant guard, but she ain't guarding nothing like that. She's waving bye to the dead, like goodbye. Thank you. Literally, they're dripping wet. All this rain. What's going on? Egg Bright 96 ounce. How about it? Just egg bright. It looks like the manga Blame. I never read that. Never got to read that. Right now, I'm reading Yoshi's book at the moment. So I do like one book at a time. How are you doing? You are new here. Come join us for. It's a good one. Huh, thank you. Come join us. Well, I'll check out Blame. I hear a lot of good things about it too. So her hood is filling up with water from the rain. Well, thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you guys are new here, sub, like. We do this every day at 7:30 if I can, get here. Yeah. Hell yeah, thank you. October's getting rained on, and her hood is starting to fill up with water. And in this scene, I try to make it like water is filling up her hood. So I try to have like ripples and stuff and bring out the shade in it. Because she's like, oh, I'm about to drown if I don't empty this thing. So for a quick second, well, and mind you, the train's still moving. The water splashes out her hood. She just stands up real quick, feels like, oh, let me just do this real quick. And Seven's just freaking out, like, hey, what the hell are you doing? He doesn't get paid enough to fight people with plot armor. She's a snitch. He's like, what are you doing? Get down. And, like, she's like, well, I don't want to drown in my hood, pretty much. And then as the train is crossing, going past that guard, the 614 guard girl, she's watching the train go by, the platforms, and then she like, so what the fuck? So a dead body sitting up, freaking out. Because if you guys seen the relationship with these two, with her earlier, because she was giving both of them a hard time, um, she looks at Sevens and they make eye contact, and she's like, "What the hell?" Sevens looks at her. Why didn't she roll? She roll, of course, the snitch though. and she's and October's like, like what's wrong? Like, and that girl's like, hey, it's that creepy girl, because she calls October a creepy girl, and October's like, what's she's like, oh, it's that short girl from earlier, and Sevens is laughing at her. Well, thank you. It should feel like animated, like I want it to feel animated, like a movie, or like you're moving through a show. And then she starts running, and now I appreciate that very much. I'll put up the description at the end of this video. I've got a few more images here. Is there an anime version, or is it just a manga? I I'm an independent creator, so I don't have an animation yet. But right now, it's just the manga. Eventually, in the future, heck yeah. Oh, thank you. So she starts running towards the train, like, get back here, you disrespectful brats. She's yelling at him, like, creepy girl, this and that. Weird dude. Talking about Sevens in October. And then October's like, what is she saying? Because the train's like further down. And Seven's laughing at her and says, she's saying a cool girl, something like that. Something to that effect. Hey, then all you hear is Subway Surfer music playing. She's livid. She's like, she dropped her hat, her 614 hat. She's pissed in the rain, getting rained on, livid. Train's like down the tracks, and she's just yelling at the top of her lungs, like pissed. And then she's just left alone, mad. The train keeps going, of course. It's going through the city streets. It's moving through. October looks nervous, but Seven's like, yeah, this is part of the adventure. She made when the drip doesn't matter anymore. She's mad when the drip doesn't matter anymore. I feel sad for her. The 614, the girl I was you running at him. I know how to animate. I'm not like the best, but I know how to animate. But I think I would have a team or something do it. Oh, she's a snitch. yeah, yeah, yeah. Animation's cool. It's definitely time consuming. Lady Elena does animation. She does pretty good. So the train's moving. Now it's starting to go to this tunnel. The thing is, I want things to keep moving and have like a flow to it. I'm working on that myself. It's so fun. I agree. She's moving. She's thinking like, where are we going? What's gonna happen? What's going on? Like where's this behemoth, this metal behemoth taking us? And it's going through this tunnel outside of the city center. The train is moving its way outside of the walls. She's like freaking out, kind of like, and Summons the whole time he's just kind of looking at her reactions of how, because she's a homebody, almost like it never got out, sheltered. That's the word I'm looking for. She's sheltered. Yeah. See, so you are still here. Oh, you're listening. Been quiet for a long time. So, uh, so he's looking at her, just like she's experiencing this. Like actually, it's like a thing. I didn't want to put too much words on that. It's just all her facial expressions, just like how she's taking this new life in. If you guys ever read volume 1, you'll find out she thinks this is all a dream. You'll find out. Cool, you know how to animate. I'm learning more and more about you in the stream. I do. Like, I didn't know you animated too. I get to learn more and more about everyone on here as well. Um, and it's cool. Well, good. Good that you're still here. Good. He's like, oh, here comes the tunnel. What's gonna happen? So the end of the city center, like the walls, they're about to go out the walls, and then boosh, the train goes right out the tunnel towards the outside. And then as it's doing that, then we get the splash page. Let's see if I can show you guys the splash page. See, this is like a splash page. The train actually goes through the tunnel. The lights turn on. Boom. The front of it. Well, you have a good night, Egg Bright. And thank you for the sub. We'll be back tomorrow at 7:30. Train goes through. Goes right out the city center. And that was a double splash page. And then here's another one. Have a good night, Egg Bright. And thank you for showing up, coming on. Send Randy real quick. This is an example of a cylinder at its perspective. So here's the train from the front view coming out that tunnel in the city from the city center, and it's leaving and it's going outside. And the lights of the train's like on like towards us, and it's moving towards us. So to give some sense of depth and mystery. Lights on the train turns on. It had these like lanterns. A moon god, cannibalism, characters from the well. I'll start over. I'll read the back of the book for you because I don't want to give out too much. When we are on volume 3 already, and I'm gonna try to get to volume 4. The lights turn on, and they're like, oh, what the hell? So the lights turn on the funeral on the platform on the train to reveal the dead bodies to the harpies. Have a wonderful night and meal, bro. I'll be back at 6:30 tomorrow. Definitely, yeah. No, I'm glad you stopped in. Definitely, hell yeah. And yeah, you guys stop in tomorrow. I'll show a few more of these pages, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. There's a train moving. The dude's like, "Oh shit, food's here," because they eat dead. They eat dead people. They're cannibals, and this creep here is just so ready to go pick up some corpses and add them to his meal. Real quick, I guess I can do this. Here's the scenes with the harpy. Uh, Knew it now. Yeah, there's like some things. Yeah, oh yeah. This guy, he's a creep. He's got children's heads as a necklace. He eats dead people, and he fornicates with dead people. And the harpies, they're attracted to the train, the light, so they'll fly down from the sky. They come down. They have wings and all that stuff. Do this. So yeah, they'll fly from the sky, come down, and pick up the dead off this train, off the platforms. Oh yeah, gotta have that beauty to it. Gotta have some dark souls in it. The harpies fly towards the trains, like start kicking. They don't eat living people. I'll just say that. But if they're weakened or damn near dead, then they will finish you off or dead. And they're like harassing the train, kicking its windows in. So yeah, this is 18 and up. There's nudity and under God and violence and all that, but uh, yeah. But I'm not trying to be senseless violence. Here's the inside of the train. So the dude's like, when the harpy kicked the window, the dude fell back. And this is it's like an old school train engine. So I try to get all the mechanic parts in it and all that stuff. The gauges, the meters, like all that stuff, hand drawn. So got to keep up with the other indie creators too. Got to push it. Yeah, this one took a little bit. Took a couple days because of off and on, and then just looking at it like, oh, what else can I do? So harpies are starting to come up. I skip a few pages in between, so you guys, I'm not, ruining it for you guys. And October's like, what the hell? And she's like yelling, like, they're up there. Look up there. Look what's coming towards us. These harpies are flying down towards them. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the splash page, and then we are gonna call it. Oh yeah, that part is messed up. Good. Hopefully you guys like, you know what? I want a copy of that. I need a copy of volume 1 and 2. So right now this one is, I'm getting the funds together to make the physicals for volume 2. And then this scene right here. This one. Harpies coming down at him from the sky. But once I get that splash page, I'm gonna call. Oh, here it is. Speak of the devil. So here it is. Last preview page. Splash page. So here's the train. I've showed this before. Post pictures of this, but here's the train. The harpies flying around the train. Trying to. My damn camera stands like in the way. So to give you guys an idea of what scale of this thing. The feathers, all that stuff, like everything is drawn, hand drawn, and inked. All right, guys. I think we did pretty good tonight. What do you think? Yeah, I think we covered plenty of ground for a bit. Yeah, I think so. Anywho, thank you. Thank you very much. How about this? One more for the road. One more for the road. Okay, here's it. There's a zombie scene. The zombies come out to attack Sevens. He's holding the body of his dead friend. And they're coming out towards him like zombies and ghosts are like about to attack him. You know what? Satisfy yet? Ah, here it is. That's the scene. This one. Yes. So the zombies and ghosts kind of get at trying to get sevens, and you guys will find out why. What did he do? But you won't know what he did in the city center till volume 5 or 6. So yeah. So this is going to be is constant production. You know, this book is always being worked on. So um, yeah. Thank you. There's going to be many more. So, but volume 3 definitely is going to be something. So in the meantime, let me go shill real quick. I got a shill. I'm glad you guys came by and checked out Under God and his progress. So, if you guys can or want, check out Under God. By one, physical copies are available for $10 plus shipping and handling, of course. 252 pages of content. And volume 2 is also available, but digital at the moment, for $10 as well. You can check it out at angelsofrenaissance.com, and you can follow me on X, Instagram, and here, YouTube. So yeah, come read Under God Volume 1 and 2 at angelsofrenaissance.com. So in the meantime, if you guys are new here, please subscribe and hit that like button. And we will continue this tomorrow. Same time, same place. And I shall see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a lovely night. And thank you again for putting up with me. You guys keep drawing, and bye, Ryan. Bye, Nayland. Bye, Lady Elena. You have a good night, Joker. Who else is here? Egg Bright left. Randy, you have a good night. Joker. Olda John. Lady Elena. River Post Stuff. Rhino LeMay. Tank Ferret. Hirota. Yoshi. Yes. Holiday Kid. Ryan. John's Perch and Lukeson, I think. But anyways, you guys have an awesome night, and thank you again. And see you guys tomorrow, 7:30. Take care.